A fresh security scare, just days after a shooting rattled Washington. A protester was allegedly detained at Trump National Doral Golf Club, a property owned by Donald Trump. And the timing is raising serious questions, because this isn't just any weekend. This comes just ahead of U.S. President Donald Trump's expected attendance at the PGA Tour Cadillac Championship amid already heightened security, following last week's shooting at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Here's what we know, and what we don't. The incident first surfaced on social media. An ex-user posted a video showing a man being handcuffed by a heavily armed law enforcement officer wearing body armor. According to the post, the man was a protester and was stopped while attempting to pass through a security checkpoint. The user claimed that alarms were triggered, suggesting the situation escalated quickly. But beyond that, details are murky. There's been no official confirmation yet about what exactly happened. It is yet to be confirmed what the man was protesting, whether he posed any real threat, or even if the officer involved was definitively part of the Secret Service. And that uncertainty is exactly what's fueling the story, because of where this happened and when. The incident took place at Trump National Doral, where a major golf event tied to the PGA Tour is underway, and with Trump expected to attend, security was already at a maximum. According to event organizers, uniformed Secret Service personnel were deployed across the venue. Checkpoints, screening, tight perimeter control, all of it designed to prevent exactly this kind of situation, which is why the video is now getting attention. And the timing couldn't be more sensitive. Just 1 week ago, a gunman opened fire at the White House Correspondents Dinner in Washington, D.C. That event, attended by Trump, top officials, and journalists, quickly turned into a security crisis and raised important questions about major security lapse in the presidential security.
New surveillance footage has now pulled back the curtain on one of the most shocking security scares in modern American politics. An alleged assassination attempt targeting U.S. President Donald Trump during the White House Correspondents Dinner at the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. Federal prosecutors on April 30th released chilling video footage showing suspect Cole Thomas Allen allegedly scouting the hotel, moving through hallways, and then charging toward a Secret Service checkpoint armed with guns and knives. The footage was released publicly by interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, on X, as investigators intensified their case against the 31-year-old California man now accused of attempting to assassinate the President of the United States. According to prosecutors, the surveillance video captures Allen pacing a hallway inside the Washington Hilton, the same corridor later seen in footage from the chaotic shooting scene. At one point, Allen is seen entering a gym adjacent to the hallway, speaking briefly with an attendant, and then walking back out toward the security area. Moments later, two officers can reportedly be seen dismantling one of the magnetometers at the checkpoint, just before Allen allegedly moves through a side entrance, closing in on the heavily guarded area near the event. Then, chaos erupted. Authorities say Allen rushed through the magnetometer carrying a long gun, while Secret Service personnel suddenly heard gunfire erupt inside the security perimeter. Court documents unsealed by federal investigators claim one Secret Service officer was shot in the chest during the confrontation, but survived because he was protected by a ballistic vest. Allen himself was injured during the exchange, but authorities say he was not shot by law enforcement officers. And amid swirling online speculation, Jeanine Pirro forcefully rejected claims of so-called friendly fire. Today, we are releasing video already provided to the U.S. District Court showing Cole Allen shoot a U.S. Secret Service officer during his attempt to assassinate the president at the White House Correspondents Dinner, Pirro stated publicly. She added, "There is no evidence the shooting was the result of friendly fire." Pirro also revealed that investigators believe Allen had been preparing for the attack well before the event itself. The video also shows Allen casing the area in the Hilton Hotel the day before the attack, she said, adding that her office and the FBI will continue what she describes as an extensive investigation. The incident unfolded while some of the most powerful figures in American politics were inside the venue, including Donald Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and several senior administration officials. Federal prosecutors now allege that Allen crossed multiple state lines while transporting weapons ahead of the attack. According to court filings, Allen traveled by train from Los Angeles to Chicago before arriving in Washington between April 21st and 24th. Prosecutors say he checked into the Washington Hilton carrying a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, a Rock Island Armory 1911 .38 caliber pistol, and 3 knives. U.S. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche confirmed that the Department of Justice has filed 3 federal charges against Allen, including attempted assassination and firearms-related offenses. If convicted on the assassination charge alone, Allen could face life in prison.
Today, the Department of Justice filed 3 federal charges in United States District Court against Cole Thomas Allen. The first count is attempted assassination of the President of the United States. This count is punishable by up to life in prison. The second count is interstate transportation of a firearm to commit a felony. This is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And the third count is discharge of a firearm during a crime of violence, which is punishable by a mandatory minimum term of imprisonment of 10 years, a maximum of life, and the 10 years is consecutive to any other sentence imposed. The defendant, Allen, made a hotel reservation at the Washington Hilton for April 24th through April 26th. On April 21st of this year, he traveled by train from Los Angeles to Chicago and then from Chicago to Washington, D.C. On April 24th, he arrived in Washington, D.C. at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon and checked into the Washington Hilton. Approximately at 8:40 on the night of April 25th, Allen approached a security checkpoint on the terrace level of the hotel, which is again a floor above where the dinner was taking place. He ran through the magnetometer holding a long gun. As he did so, U.S. Secret Service personnel assigned to the checkpoint heard a loud gunshot. One Secret Service officer was shot in the chest, but was wearing a ballistic vest that worked. This heroic officer who was hit fired 5 times at Allen, who was not shot but fell to the ground and was promptly arrested.
Jeanine Pirro warned that even more charges may still be coming. Make no mistake, this was an attempted assassination of the President of the United States, Pirro declared. She also claimed investigators believe Allen intended to target multiple high-ranking cabinet officials attending the dinner. Any suggestion that he wasn't there to do harm is absurd. According to investigators, Allen is originally from Torrance, California. Authorities say he worked part-time as a tutor for a test preparation company while also developing video games as an amateur programmer. Now, as federal prosecutors continue piecing together Allen's movements, the dramatic surveillance footage is raising urgent new questions about presidential security, Secret Service protocols, and how an armed suspect allegedly managed to get so close to one of the most protected events in the United States.